I thought he was the weirdest man I'd ever met. And, 6 months later we were dating, and 3 years later we're married.
She was very adventuresome and always been a very outdoor person. She was the only one in the office that would be willing to go rollerblading with me. So, that's how it started. Multiple myeloma is a blood disease, basically. First diagnosed in April of 2014.
When we injure ourselves, especially blood vessels, the blood that normally flows then congeals and forms a clot. The blood clot can become a problem when it obstructs the flow of blood in the blood vessel. Cancer patients are very prone to getting blood clots for a number of reasons. Number one, cancer can trigger blood clots. Also, the body, as a response to perhaps attack the cancer, also initiates clotting.
You just kind of focus on how do you get through this and what are the right things to do, what are the steps you do.
All the treatments that we provide to cancer patients, including chemotherapy, surgery, all of that can also trigger clotting.
It's a very complex cancer, and when you add in thrombosis and everything else, there was a lot to do.
Dealing with the treatments had some very bad effects. The thrombosis was one of those things that was a real surprise to us.
VTE is very threatening to patients with cancer. It is the second leading cause of death in patients with cancer.
The chemo, I was watching out for the problems with the bones. We were watching out for nausea and other things that happen. When we got the phone call, the thrombosis was diagnosed because they did a CT scan of Tom's hip. That could have killed him faster than the cancer.
The most common symptoms is swelling of the leg, especially in the calf area. Patients may feel short of breath. They may feel tired or winded. Some patients will have chest pain, and rarely patients can actually cough up blood as the first sign of a blood clot in their lungs.
The key is if you get an early diagnosis, it's not the horror that it was even 5 years ago.
The best way to prevent blood clots in cancer patients is by using a medication called anticoagulants or blood thinners. These drugs prevent the blood from clotting quickly.
The thing that's really struck me about DVT is the advances in the medical understanding, the treatments available. The speed of which that has changed over the last few years is incredibly fast.
This is definitely an area of progress. We are now looking at how to better educate our patients so when they develop signs and symptoms, they can get help right away. We're looking at identifying higher risk patients so we can offer them upfront preventative treatments that are effective and safe and easy to use. So there are multiple areas that we're working in, doing a lot of research to really help the lives of patients with cancer.
At one point in the hospital, he looked at me and said, "You don't always have to be strong," and he made room for me in the bed, and I curled up in his lap and cried. He remained my husband. He was not my patient. But I knew that as long as we did the next right thing, that his chances of recovery were excellent, and that whatever that new normal was, we would have fun doing it.
The thing I find about, the cancer, the DVT, again, is I've had to change things, but that doesn't mean that I have to give up much at all.
To find out more about cancer-associated thrombosis, visit healthandfamily.ca/thrombosis.